What is up, guys, and welcome to a new episode of Discard Informed Beasts. Now, I did an episode of this based on last week's Discard Informs, and I've decided to change the name around a little bit to be Discard Informed Beasts. I think it sounds a lot better than what it was before. So today, I've actually got 3 players for you. Again, I was going to have 4, but one of them was just so disappointing. And people were like, oh, I can't wait for this guy's inform. And I end up getting him, and he is just awful. He's definitely not worth the 10k. Literally, there's better players in that league and in that price, and I will just show you him later on in the video about who he is. So anyway, moving in, I'm going to start in order of my favourite and then work my way down. So, first of all, we have actually got the new Manchester United man, and he's a CDM. It's Michael Carrick, which will be on screen now. Now, as you can see, he's actually got 61 pace, not the best pace for a centre defensive mid or a centre midfielder. But he's got 71 shot, 83 passing, 74 dribbling, 77 defense, and 71 physical, which is actually pretty solid stats. And as you can see, I did manage to pick him up for 12k on this account, and on my other account, where I actually played with him a lot more games than 3 games, which is shown now, I actually played about 8 to 10 games in a full Man United team, and it was solid. He's a solid centre defensive mid. You don't want to run him on his own though. He needs to be alongside another centre defensive mid or another midfielder. You can play him as centre defensive mid or centre mid. He'll be good in either position. And I'll show you his in-game stats for that reason anyway, because he's got pretty solid centre midfield stats. He's really good alongside Fellaini, who's another like beast. If you haven't played with him, he's like discard value. He is amazing. So yeah, let's see Michael Carrick's in-game stats. Now, I've got him up on screen now, and as you can see, he's actually got 81 ball control, 89 long passing, 90 short passing, 80 shot power, 82 reactions, and 85 interceptions, which is actually really solid for a centre defensive mid. Because of the 85 interceptions, he's going to intercept the ball, and he did a lot of the time. So it was really solid back there, but then his pace does let him down, so just be cautious about that. If you're going to play him in a BPL team, which I do recommend you do, put Ramirez next to him, or someone fast who can, like, you know, counteract his slowness. And also, another negative about Carrick is, even though he's got 80 shot power, and his finishing is 64, so you got to think of that. It's like, it doesn't really work together. He's got 75 long shots, and like he's only got 2 bad stats, which are the acceleration and agility. Everything else is pretty, you know, modest. And yeah, he's just a solid player. He can pass the ball well. He's amazing at passing the ball. I can't complain. He got those through balls like all the way through to the strikers, and it was just absolutely incredible. I cannot say anything about this guy. He's worth 12k. As you can see, I bought him here. Bought him on my other account for 11k. So it's really just a bidding war. And you will pick him up cheap, especially now since I'm releasing this on Friday. So you've got like 4 more days left. 5 more days probably? Yeah, 5 more days left. So you can actually pick him up for a lot cheaper than 12k. Maybe just straight up 10k, since that is the minimum price for him. So now moving on to our second player, we have actually got Eremenko, who is from the Russian league. He plays for CSK Moscow, and he is a medium work rate player who's got 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, and is a solid centre attacking midfielder. Now, you can play him as centre attacking midfield, and you see I bought him for 10k, and I've only played 1 game with him. That's a lie again. I buy these players on different accounts, which have funds at the moment, and I try them out in different leagues. Now, I tried him up with the Russian league team in a 4-3-3 formation with the centre attacking mid, and then I changed it also to a 4-3-3 with a false 9 formation, putting him as a centre forward on my other account. Now, he is solid in both of them. He's actually like just a really good player. It's centre forward or in centre attacking mid. He will play well. Do not put him as striker, and do not put him as centre midfield. He just doesn't play well in those positions. I've tried them, and it's just disappointing. And do not play him out wide either. He's not a very good out wide centre attacking mid, if that makes any sense. He's got 3-star weak foot. He's got 78 pace, 77 shots, 82 passing, 82 dribbling, and 73 physical. So you can tell he's actually quite solid at passing, and he's a good dribbler. And he's quite fast as well, so it works really well. I mean, you have got Valbuena in the league, but Eremenko just felt a lot more solid, and I felt like I had more control with the ball on Eremenko's feet than Valbuena. Now let's go into his in-game stats so I can talk this through a little bit. As you can see, his in-game stats are actually pretty awesome. He's got 83 ball control, 82 curve, 84 dribbling, 80 long passing, 86 long shot, 85 short passing, 82 shot power, 82 acceleration, 80 jumping, 84 stamina, and 86 vision. Now, even though his stats do say he's got really good finishing stats, and he's really good at the long shots and the shot and just shooting in general, I didn't actually manage to hit on target with him, but his passing was on point. Although in this one he's got a goal, it was actually a penalty, but on my other account he's actually got about, I think it's 12 assists and 3 goals in about 5 games, which is pretty solid. Let alone I was playing with Musa and Dumbia up front, so it is the pace horse, so it's literally just, you know, through ball it through passes. But his through balls were on point, so if you're going to end up doing a pacey Russian League team or a hybrid of some sort, which I did actually do as well, which I can make a squad build on that later on, using another player from this week's Team of the Week as well, another discarding form. But yeah, he was a really solid player. He was great up front, and centre forward is probably his best position, I'd like to say. He can get through to the wingers, but of course it depends what wingers you're going to use, because I use Danny and Hulk, pretty solid wingers. So, now moving on to my last player, it is actually another League One League One centre back, and it's Sane. He's got 72 pace like Perrin from last week, but the difference here is he's actually got 80 defending and 85 physical, where Perrin had 86 defending and 80 or 79 physical, so it's like opposites. I did try and play them together. Do not do that. They're not very good together. Again, one game played is not right. I used him on my other account, and he's got about 5 games played, and he's actually solid. He's a solid centre-back for 10k. He's, you know, it's hard to come with centre-backs from the League One. There's loads of them you can get. You've got Nkulo, you've got David Luiz, you've got Perrin from last week, for example, and you know, it's a lot of challenge there because they've all got like really solid centre-backs. I played him alongside Thiago Silva, and it was great. He's 6'4", he's got high defensive work rate, so he's always back. And again, he's not the fastest of guys, as you will see in his in-game stats, but his physical definitely plays a part. Now, if you have a fast centre-back playing next to him, you will catch up to a lot of people, and that is literally what you want to do. So if you pair him up with David Luiz or Nkulo or Thiago Silva, he will play really well, and of course right back and left back is your choice. Or you can even go 3 at the back. He'll play well at 3 at the back. I tried him in 3 at the back, and it worked absolutely perfectly. Now, with him as my centre back, along with Thiago Silva and Perrin, was one of my examples. I used him at 3 at the back. I lost 2 games and I won 2 games, and then I played him at 4 at the back and we won that game. So you know, it's just a really however you want to play it and how you prefer to play it, but he fits into every role basically. So if we see his in-game stats now, you'll see that he's actually not got the best of anything on the attacking side. He's got poor curve, poor crossing, poor finishing, poor free kick accuracy, which is, you know, expected from this. But he's actually got 84 heading accuracy, 80 marking. His slide tackle and standing tackle are only 75 and 79. Again, you know, he is only a 77 overall discard in form, but I did pick him up for 10k as you saw. And he's got 81 jumping, so he will win balls in the air, and that is, I think, where his physicality comes from. Where especially he's got 89 strength, so he's actually strong player. So if you've got him like proper central back, nothing is getting past him except like maybe the beasts themselves. I never had any issues. For example, I played against Inform Rondon, man of the match Rondon, and I did not have any issues against him with Sane as my centre back. Now I did have issues against Conaguero and who's the other fast guy that people use a lot? I forgot his name already, but another fast striker, and they were tearing past Sane when he was pulled out of position. So don't pull your defenders in. If you play well defensively, he is a solid 10k buy for the team, to be fair. Now, he is my last discarding for a reason, again, that he's got a lot of competition in the League One, and it's just, you know, really hard to like get into the League One team when you've really got Thiago Silva, David Luiz, and all these people going for proper cheap prices. But his 82 aggression and his 80 interceptions make him absolutely solid as a centre-back. He is an absolute brick wall if you do not pull him out of position. Now, for the discarding forms, that is all I have. They are the 3 from this week that I think you should go out and try. It will cost you 30k max if you get all 3 of them. I actually managed to use Sane and Eremenko in the same team, which if you want, I can show you the team later on in another video, which was actually a solid hybrid. It was definitely a Division 1 team, if you get what I mean. It's just pace, and control. So it's actually a really solid team. Now, there is one inform I hate so much from this week, and he is another discard inform, and I thought he'd be really good, and it is Palocci. Now, this guy, he looks so good with 78 pace, 81 shot, 80 physical, 72 dribbling, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, cost 10k as well. Discard value. I played 2 games with him, and that was it. These 2 games are actually the ones I played with him. I didn't play any more with him, but I played him in 2 games, and I absolutely hated him. He felt slow, he was sluggish, his dribbling was awful, his shooting, even though his in-game stats say he has 89 finishing and 79 shot power. Sorry, I couldn't even find it because his stats aren't that great. It was nowhere to be found. He could not finish the ball. It was just pathetic. His attempts were just flying over the bar or going wide. It was just not a good striker at all. If you want to pick up a cheap Serie A inform, Morata. I've got a better record with Morata than this guy. So, yeah, this guy is just definitely not worth the price. Especially, he looked so sick. He's got 85 penalties, 83 heading accuracy, 89 jumping. You think he'd win balls in the air? No, he just wouldn't get the balls. It literally pissed me off. It literally pissed me off, this guy. So I'm actually going to discard him. So yeah, guys, that is my episode today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike and let me know down below why. I definitely recommend you go try out these 3 informs. They are discard value, and even if you don't like them, you can just discard them afterwards and you'll get your coins back. So it's a win-win, really. You'll probably get a good player, and if not, you'll get your coins back either way. It's like a riskless... That works. It's a risk-free investment either way. That's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.